Yo, yo, yo. It's chill, chill, chill. It's Chillmonger, and I watch Shadow Lords, and I need to talk about Star Wars Shadow Lords. It's the afternoon woke up. I'm woke, but are you up, Darius?
What is that?
Is the slushy almost done? Are you gonna start breaking it into pieces?
No, not a slushy. Regular drink.
Regular drink.
Regular old drink.
Okay. Cheers to you. Hey. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Ah. Neres is here. Wolverine is here. Okay, Darius with the guns out. Sun's out, guns out. It's a spring morning.
It is. It's hot down, yeah, today. It was cold yesterday. Makes no sense.
We got a cold day today. I feel like it's -1 right now, which Fahrenheit might be 30 Fahrenheit. It's pretty bad for April, but like very manageable. Anyways, You're not here for that, bro. You're here for the X-Men who are on the thumbnail right now. Big news story. We got new writers because apparently there were some old writers who were, was it Leslie? Who was their old writer? Michael Leslie? Was that the right name of the writer? Now it's somebody else. And that's basically all that we have today. Not too much happening on the front of all the fictions that we watch. Hey, Rosales is here. He says they usually don't hire writers or start casting until they're a week into filming. Oh. Marvel Studios. But look, man, Feige's got a lot going for himself right now. No stupid movies like the Thunderbolts that he's got to be thinking about. It's just the big franchises. And probably Doctor Strange is coming in 2028 or 9. Probably an Avengers won't. How long do you think they're going to take between Avengers movies, between Secret Wars and whatever the new one would be? 4 years? 5 years?
Well, the Avengers aren't going to be the focus, right?
That's they said so stupid.
So there'll be will it be an X-Men ensemble film or something? Who knows what the next big one ensemble film will be? But I don't. If it's Avengers, then I don't know. Maybe 2-3 years after, maybe. But if they're still going the route of putting the Avengers kind of on the back burner and doing more with the X-Men and having some of those heroes dip in and out of helping with the X-Men, then you'll probably have an X-Men ensemble film.
That's so stupid. You got to have the X-Men and the Avengers. Huh?
I said fighting some big event.
There's no rule that's you can only do X-Men ensembles. We should be looking at Avengers movies every 3 years was working fine for us. 2012, 2015, 2018, and we even did 2 in a year after year, 18 and 19. And then we had a difficult route when we were putting in between movies for 7 years because 2019 all the way to 2026. That's 7 years of a gap. They need to think that's way too long of a gap. And I don't think, oh, don't worry, we have the X-Men is a smart reason. It should be thank God we have the X-Men and the Fantastic Four in between all of our bad movies. Like, so we don't have to do a Thunderbolts. We don't have to do an Ant-Man. We don't have to do some of the lesser heroes who are Brave New World with Sam Wilson. Some of those guys who are risky. Instead, we can fill it out with the hitters. Thor, Guardians, Fantastic Four, X-Men. That's 4 franchises right there. I would add Black Panther, but I'm sure they add Black Panther, 5. That's 5 franchises there. And then, boom, we get to Avengers. That's how they should be thinking. Like, what else is there to do? Who's like the risky... Okay, let me ask you this question, Darius. All right. You can help me out with this one. Maybe you know the answer. Who are they going to launch with? Like, you know how Shang-Chi was a launch, first time ever, Shang-Chi? In the post-Avengers Secret Wars period, who will get the first ever movie for a comic book character who has never been seen in the movie theaters will get his own movie? Who's that character? Or team? Nova? X-Force?
Maybe Nova. Probably
Squirrel
Nova.
Girl?
I mean, they've been saying They've been saying they've been working on Nova for a while. So probably Nova. I mean, I saw, what was it? I think it was Cosmic Wonder when he talked about the whole rumor with Black Panther, or I'm sorry, rather the Wakandans and the aliens and things like that. He said that that could possibly tie into a Nova deal, with Nova being in space or having some type of mention of, I don't know. But they have been working on Nova. They said they wanted to do Nova. Most recently, I think it was last year, Brad Winderbaum talked about it. So
he does TV.
But he's not like, he's just like, oh, yeah, I don't know anything else about Marvel. I only know TV stuff. He knows other things.
Oh, he said, I don't know about anything else. So he's basically saying Nova would be a film, not a TV show.
No, I'm saying just because he does the TV doesn't mean he doesn't know anything else that's going on at Marvel Studios. He got asked about Nova.
I remember hearing Feige say it and saying he'd prefer to do Richard rather than Sam Alexander. Although he never said, and I don't remember him saying if it was a film or if it was for the TV shows. But if Kevin Feige's talking about it, it's probably the film. He's kind of hands off on TV. Whatever, we got the answer then. It looks like Nova would be the highest priority hero to do. Not Blade. Well, Blade already had a movie, so he wouldn't count in this. Not Squirrel Girl, no. It'd be Nova.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good pick.
Yeah, Nova's good. Nova would work. Nova would be very dope to see. I mean, like I said, it's been kind of a hinted at for quite some time, so we'd all like to see it.
I'd love Blue Marvel also.
Yeah, I'd like to see Blue Marvel.
Maybe you can cameo in Wonder Man or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something like that.
What did you you think that they will give the trailer at CinemaCon this weekend?
No. CinemaCon is to help movies. Avengers is the news story. They are the ones who want their own weekend.
I don't know. Are they going to drop it? Are they not? Who knows?
Will Spider-Man do a trailer? That's the question.
We've got Spider-Man's trailer.
We got one, yeah.
That'd be really close to do the second already.
The movie comes late July. It's April. Yeah, but you're right, because the first one came so soon. So why would they do that? Maybe they do a scene. Sony will give something, though. Or they'll be all heavy on Michael's movie. Because Sony is doing that one, aren't they? No?
It's Lionsgate.
It's Lionsgate.
Yeah,
so what does Sony have to show? Yeah, then maybe they will do something. John Campea said they might release it during CinemaCon. I'll say that too. They might release it on CinemaCon, but I don't think so. I have a doubt. Avengers is too huge for CinemaCon. They don't need that. They don't need everyone who's covering the movies to have Avengers mixed in with all the other movies. They deserve their own news day.
Whatever it is, though, even if they did drop the trailer, then whatever news came before or after it would be irrelevant, because that's all that anybody would be talking about is Avengers Doomsday. So it's technically like they do have their own day.
Okay, but remember that Marvel's part of Disney, and so the Disney movies that they do want to promote will be swallowed. The attention will be swallowed by Avengers. They wouldn't do that.
That's true too.
Toy Story 5, maybe they get a trailer. Is that this summer? It is, right? It is. It's a big summer. Ice Age, all the other movies that Disney do. What's up, Xavier? Lionsgate and Universal for Michael. Okay. Yeah, why would it be Sony with Tommy Mottola? I wonder if they will show a trailer for Michael Parts 2.
I don't know. That it is done. So they said that the film ends with the bad tour. So then from part 2 would pick up from there.
Maybe a Shrek teaser. Now we're talking.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I could see a Shrek teaser just because we haven't heard anything about it since the whole plot leak, or I don't know if it was a leak or if it was confirmed that they're going to be entering into the. If I'm using the right word, I don't know if they said real world, but I think they did say real world. Then everybody was speculating, could this be a Who Framed Roger Rabbit with Shrek? And I really hope that's not what it is. Let me just double check here on that Shrek 5 plot. Shrek 5 is scheduled to release June 30th, 2027, with Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz returning. While official details are secret, rumors suggest a meta plot where Shrek and his family enter the modern real world. I thought so, potentially facing a return of Lord Farquaad running a theme park. Oh my goodness. I swear, if it is Cameron Diaz, you retired and came back for a meta Shrek. That idea that they pitched, either bills were due or she really loved that shit.
We're 14 months away. Because what?
14 months away. Well, just because what I just read sounds awful. Like, I like Lord Farquaad coming back. That's cool. That's cool. It's been 4 movies. Let's bring Lord Farquaad back. He was presumably still alive. If you had the DVD Shrek, you saw at the very end when Eddie Murphy's singing, I believe, he's inside the dragon stomach dancing and clapping and shit. So it's possible she could have shit him out somewhere between that one and the 4th. And
you don't see the vision.
Back. I like that.
You don't know the tales of when you're eaten by a dragon, what that does to you. It makes you a good guy. You didn't know?
Now he's running a theme park.
Yeah. Now he runs a theme park like a good guy.
Yeah, I don't like the meta. I don't like that. Only time I like animation even mixing with live action is Space Jam, the first.
Yeah, right. What other example? Even the other movie, Looney Tune Back in Action, with Brandon Fraser, not the best.
I don't like when animation mixes with live action. I really, really don't. I don't. Like WALL-E, it really bothers me that there's live action in WALL-E.
There's live action in WALL-E?
Yeah. It's weird. Like whenever the animated people are like, when he's looking back through the records, the captain or whatever, the president is, what's his name? I forget his name, famous actor. But anyway, he's live. It's himself. He's live action. And I hate that. It's a very terrible mix. Trying to think of some other movies that are live action like that. You know, that Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers one that came out, what was it, a year or 2 ago? That one wasn't too bad. Just because of all the Easter eggs in it.
Okay. Yeah, I see the scene right here with him looking at the screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take me out the movie. I'm invested in your guys' story. Don't do things like that, please. I only liked when Space Jam and Who Framed Roger Rabbit did it. What's happening? Woke up, fellas. 2 out of 3 of the mighty pantheon. What's goody? All my people in the chat. Answer him. Roger Rabbit is acceptable to me. Maybe because they were newer, we were kids. We'd accept something like that, but I don't want to. Even when I saw Donald Glover in Spider-Verse, it looked so weird.
The Sonic movie really doesn't bother me either, but it's not the same animation. It's not like 2D animation. So it kind of, it's a little better, fits better.
Yeah, it's not even the same conversation with Sonic.
When they're 2D though, that like bugs me. It's like, no, why are you seeing this person and talking to them? So, and maybe that's the thing there. Maybe that's their angle. I know Shrek's not 2D, so maybe their angle is like a Sonic angle. But I still just don't think you do that.
You ever play Mario Odyssey?
No, I was after my Mario time.
in the city level, Mario goes to a city and there's people who are regular sized human being people, and Mario only is up to their waist. And he just walks around. And they're all NPCs. And he just walks around the city and it's so weird looking. Even that I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch people know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. Great game.
Shrek 5 is a possibility. It is a possibility. Yeah, see, I didn't have a Nintendo Switch.
Will you get the Switch 2?
No.
Would a Star Wars exclusive game make you get a Switch 2?
No. I'm past my video game era if it's not on a PS5. Or
so will you buy a PlayStation 6?
Yeah, if they come out with a 6, I'll get a 6.
And what games are keeping you?
Yeah.
What makes you loyal to PlayStation to make you get the 6 and then presumably 7?
I like the Spider-Man games. I like Grand Theft Auto, which is I could play on another system as well, but still. I don't know. We've always had PlayStation. I had the PlayStation 1, got it when I was a kid. I had a 2. I had the PlayStation, what was the handheld one called?
PlayStation Portable?
PSP. Yeah, PSP. I had a PSP. Yeah, we were just a PlayStation house.
I still got to get
always
the Switch
been loyal to PlayStation.
I'll get the Switch 2 when Pokemon comes out. A real Pokemon game, not the one that everyone's playing now. That's like Minecraft. I'll play the real Pokemon. Which, like, they have not released a Pokemon in 3 years. And they said that it's going to be more than 4 years because it's coming out in 2027, they say. That's insane that they've delayed Pokemon for that long. So I expect a really good developed game and not a rushed product like they did the last couple of games. Nintendo's targeted to children. Well, call me a child because I love it. You can call me child.
They I saw something the other day that said they would like the Pokemon game to look a certain way, and they had a picture of it. Let me see if I can find it.
I have PC. If you have PC, you don't need Xbox. Because of version.
That's what Henry says. Henry uses his PC for games. Keeps telling me, he's always told me switch to PC for games. I'm like, nah. I'm gonna stick with my PS5.
Anthony says, my thoughts on the team that I think is going to be the X-Men is going to be Jean Grey Scott Summers, Angel Storm, Mirage, Thunderbolt, and Warpath. What are your guys' thoughts on my team? Nothing. I don't. That's your thoughts on your team. I respect your take. I think the Warpath and Thunderbird is repetitive.
They're brothers.
Huh? They're brothers? They're related to each other?
Yes. Warpath and Thunderbird. Yeah.
When I said it's repetitive, you thought I didn't know that they were brothers?
Yeah. Well, what's repetitive about it?
It's like they're the same family. They're the same thing.
I think Warpath can do something Thunderbird can't.
I'm probably sure they can do something different. Yeah, but...
And I'm pretty sure Thunderbird can do something that Warpath can't. I'm pretty sure Thunderbird can...
when you're checking boxes of ethnicities and you go, oh, we already got a native. They don't double up on native. Hello, Cam. I want the original 5. You know, Kevin Feige might do the original 5 in addition to whoever else he needs.
It won't be the original 5. They've already told you that. They're going younger. Right now, we know for sure. Well, we don't know for sure from Marvel Studios, but grain of salt. We know from the scoopers, and they're typically right about a lot of the other things. They are going younger, and right now it is Jubilee, Kitty Pryde, Scotty, Jean and Sadie, because Sadie is allegedly, according to the Scoopers as well, going to be leading the mutant saga. I don't know. There hasn't been a fifth one named that's gone around. Those are the four that I've seen from the Scoopers, at least. Though I don't know who the fifth one would be. They did the Scoopers, and the Scoopers said a long time ago, no Wolverine. Wolverine won't start with the X-Men. Rather,
why can't they do the original 5 and them doing Young Mutants too? Like they just de-aged
hey,
Beast, Iceman, and Angel.
I don't know, because we got to be different. Because we have to be different. We can't just do, again, if I owned a studio, bro, I don't know. Maybe people would go against me and say, you know what, you're going to bankrupt the studio, but I would give it a shot. I'd give it a shot just for shits and giggles. I want to put out an original Justice League film. Just for shits and giggles, let's put out an original X-Men lineup. Let's just see what it does, guys. Let's just see. I mean, it's just because they have to be different. They want to be different. They don't want to be, they have said and shown us time and time again, we are not the comics. Stop thinking we're the comics. We're going to do things our way, how we want to do it. So you're getting a younger X-Men lineup, which I'm not upset about. I like those characters that were named. As I've said, when we talk about this, I don't know how that does with I mean, people know who Jubilee is, which we've said before. People know who Jubilee is. People know who Kitty Pryde is. Yeah, sure. I just don't know how that does on a poster, you know. But you're getting Sadie as Jean and Spider-Man.
we know how it does on the poster. Even when you change the Thunderbolts to the word New Avengers, that movie still performs the way it does with the low named superheroes on the poster.
Yeah, I mean, so, but you're getting Sadie and Spider-Man. We get Sadie again in Doomsday, presumably, and Secret Wars, or maybe not Doomsday, but Secret Wars.
Speak to the mic.
So, I turn my mic down. We got, we're getting Sadie and Spider-Man. You're getting her in Doomsday, presumably Doomsday, for sure, Secret Wars, and then on in the Mutant Saga. So the audience would have been accustomed to her by the time we see them again in the Mutant Saga as Jean. And then, of course, we introduce the other, which I'm sure we might. I'm not sure. I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know if they're going to introduce them all in just one movie, or we sprinkle, because Feige was the one that said expect to see some mutants sprinkled in here and there up until I ain't seen no mutants. I haven't seen no mutants, and if I'm missing some, forgive me. Let me correct myself. I ain't seen no mutants people give a fuck about. So if we've seen mutants, it's not one people care about. So yeah.
How dare you say that about Kamala Khan?
Oh yeah, she is a mutant. That's right. She is a mutant in the MCU. Yeah, we do need Storm. But remember what your good old buddy Nate said about Storm, and let me not lie. Let me make sure I have exactly what he said here.
And Perp says, Millie will be Rogue. I'm calling it. She's Australian. I don't want an Australian trying to do the voice and failing at it. Sugar. Anonymously says, the next big one, I believe, is Judgment Day with Eternals and X-Men conflict, as it is rumored. Yes, that would check out with Kevin Feige having control, with him doing an Eternals movie. And then when we saw the comics just make a big event featuring the Eternals and the X-Men and the Avengers, it kind of feels like, do this. That'll be the rough draft for my story. And then I'll do the movie.
This was from Hold on. Okay. So yes, this is from 2023. Now this is not his, I think his quote came from 2022, but then there was another article done in 2023 from Comic Book .com that said if Nate Moore gets his way, two very powerful members of the X-Men are going to be making their way to Marvel Cinematic Universe before long. In a lengthy new podcast appearance with Deadline, the Black Panther and Eternals producer revealed that he thinks both Storm and Bishop have potentially large futures in the MCU. I do remember this when he talked about this. He said there's no secret that the X-Men are coming home, and boy, if you talk about Storm and Bishop, those are two of the great characters in the franchise that I certainly could pitch you ideas all day. Morris, I remember this, blah, 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 blah. Appearance. So he, hold on. I'm trying to get to the part about Storm and the X-Men, or Storm and Black Panther.
Well, he can keep pitching all he wants. Here, while you search for that, I'll let everyone know, if you're interested, there is a Bishop series coming out. It is the second volume ever of Bishop, releasing in June 10th. If you want to order it, the final order cutoff is May 11th, so tell your shop about it if you want to buy it. The writer is Saladin Ahmed, and the artist is Mario Santoro. So if you are interested in this 5-issue limited series and want it in the shop because you want to support a Black character, there's where you go. No, I don't care about Bishop. You know me. T'Challa and Aurora are the only Black characters in Marvel they will ever get money out of me for, because that's the only one they've ever been behind. And they put the top creators in, but you got it, Bishop. They're doing a Bishop book. Maybe they're listening to Nate Moore and they're going to do a Bishop character.
The only thing he said in 2022 about it was just that, we're a few years away, but Aurora is somebody he wants to get in the MCU. This is his last Marvel project. So I would assume this is what we feared. And I don't want to scare anybody, and I could be wrong, guys. I could be. They're probably going to pair Storm up with that kid, because the kid's probably going to be older. Some time is probably going to pass. Again, we don't know what Secret Wars is going to do with time in the MCU and where we're going to land. So he might be older, and they're probably going to pair her up with that child. Well, he'll be an adult by then, or teen, or whatever, because I don't think Aurora's going to be full grown either. I don't think she's going to be in her 30s or 40s or whatever. She's going to be around that same age. That's a little bit older than Jean, and Scott, but around that age. So, this I don't know, and I don't know that for sure. I just know that I know what I think I know was happening with that kid and what they're going to continue to do with him. And then, of course, you've got Nate Moore, who said all the things he said during the Wakanda Forever leading up to the film and things like that. And then you've got him wanting to bring Storm in. This is his last project. Ryan has an idea for Toussaint. He has an idea for Storm. This is my last one. Let's brainstorm, buddy. Let's put them together. I mean, that's just I don't know if they're going to do that, but and if there is a T'Challa that is alive and they bring him over and after Secret Wars, and maybe they pair the two of them up. And hey, this is our stepson, or this is your stepson, and you're going to help me raise this kid. I don't know. I just feel like the stepson thing would be messy, but hey, here we go.
Cinema. Auntie Aurora. Darius, I really hope it wrong on that. I think they know better than to age little buddy up. I don't think they know better. I think that's plan A.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, we don't know how time is going to work. We're not going to be following a Black Panther 3 where, and it could still be following Shuri. I don't know. We don't know anything about the film. So it still could be following Shuri, but and the kid may not even really have a heavy presence or involvement in the film if it's still following Shuri. But let's say that he does. I don't know that it's going to be a thing where he's going to still be. We met him at 6 when he was 6. You know, again, time I think is going to work. Something is going to happen to where, you know, people aren't going to remember the previous universe some way or something like that. And well, we already know that's going to happen. We know from Alex, at least from the Cosmic Circus, sorry. He said that that's one of the things that's going to happen into ushering in the new universe. Certain characters, Doctor Strange is one that's going to remember. Certain characters, some characters are going to remember what happened. the old universe. A lot of the characters are not going to remember what happened. And this is, again, grain of salt. This is coming from Cosmic Circus.
You know what they're going to remember? T'Challa died. For some reason, the whole universe in this fantasy genre is going to be all forgotten except, yeah, T'Challa died. You're right. Oh, damn it.
Yeah. So, so anyway, if time works differently, or has something has made time jump or something like that, I don't know, then that kid will be older, a teenager maybe. I just know that the X-Men are going to be younger. Storm has always been a little bit older than Jean and Scott, so she's not going to be like. So since Jean and Scott are going to be younger, Storm's not going to be, old, or not old. So she's old anyway, but she's not going to be like late 30s.
But Jubilee is supposed to be a lot younger than Scott and Jean, and it looks like they'll be the same age.
So I don't know how they're doing this. I really don't. Sadie Sink is very young in the face. She's still going to be playing, and she's assumed to be Jean Grey. And if she goes on to continue to be Jean, you're absolutely right. I don't know how they do that. Jubilee is young, so I don't know how they do that.
Sadie Sink turns 24 next week, and they may start filming the X movie next year. So she'll be a 25-year-old when they're filming. It's not that young, really.
It's not. So what would you say? Okay, so the girl. Hold on, I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. Go ahead, say what you're going to say. Let me find the actress.
I was going to say that Sadie Sink seems young to us because we remember her as Stranger Things. And yeah, she looks young in the face too. But in about 2 years from now, when she's 25, playing Jean Grey, we're going to be like, yeah, that's about an appropriate age to start for, character you're going to have for 20 years. So it's not so bad.
Right. Okay. As of lately, and I did see this one, Trinity Bliss is she responded to the rumor, but she's rumored to had been playing Jubilee. She responded to the rumors that she's being considered for the role of Jubilee in the upcoming X-Men. While she said that the idea would be exciting because she loves the X-Men side of Marvel, Bliss clarified she has not been cast as a character. Of course she has. I don't know if she's been cast, but of course she's going to say, oh, no, I haven't. I haven't talked to Marvel.
Yeah. Actually, saying you haven't been cast makes me just think you are casted. Saying I would love to be cast makes me think you haven't been casted yet.
Right. Yeah, just her. Well, her, but there was another one. Nobody's talking about that other one anymore. Everybody's talking about this Trendy Bliss girl.
16-year-olds. What she experienced in. Oh, she plays in Avatar. Oh.
Yeah, she plays.
Oh, she plays the little girl, the Tuck. She's known for Tuck in James Cameron Avatar. Okay. That's voice work. It's not the same, but that's like still a high production. You'd think that the actress picked up something here and there from that experience. Not so bad. Not a bad casting. I know if she auditions and works out, that's a good casting again for Marvel.
Yeah. The girl for Kitty Pryde she's also been in things. Hold on. That's her name. Julia Butters.
Butters.
Is who's Marvel is rumored, I guess, to be eyeing, and this is from Jeff Snyder, to be eyeing as Kitty Pryde. Let me find we know Sadie is Jean. The person that they said for Scott Summers, I haven't heard anything else about this one, but it was Harris Dickinson. I haven't heard anything else from that, though, since 2025, and that was early 2025.
It's funny that the words automatically complete on my search bar with Harris Dickinson and with Julia Butters after I searched the first woman. So that's crazy. He's 29 years old.
Yeah.
It's a great age
to
get
get Butters,
started, right?
How old was Butters, 16. Though? She's how old? 16?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that wouldn't work. She can't. Oh, she's Kitty. Sorry. That would work for him and Sadie.
Because
25,
Sadie's 20.
29.
Yeah, right. That would work.
I mean, I've seen him act in that film with what's the girl that comes out before the AMC films that everybody makes fun of? She comes out and it's like you're nothing beats watching an AMC movie.
Nicole Kidman?
Yes, he did the movie with Nicole Kidman, Baby Girl or something like that, where he's like her young sex toy, or she's his sex toy. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But he's a good. I like him. He's a good actor.
You know who's T'Challa's sex toy? I don't think you do. I am Two Fly Cam with the $2 super chat says that Storm robbing cradles, bro. LOL, Marvel a mess. She's gonna have the child. She's gonna teach him how to speak in an accent from Kenya instead of Haiti. She's gonna say, "This is how you speak." This... Yo, that's something they're not even considering, the accent of this built boy. I don't know. It's very illogical. Everything regarding TJ. Storm will just be younger. Easy as that. You know, in the first X-Men movie, they had Iceman as a kid instead of being, you know, one of the original 5, like up in there in age. Rogue was also really young. So they'll play with the ages here and there. I'm not mad. I prefer accuracy, but I'm not mad. Like to see Gambit.
I prefer accuracy as well.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler. Haven't heard anything about Nightcrawler. Let me double check though, but I don't think I've seen anything about Nightcrawler.
When I think of Nightcrawler, I think about the expensive suit, the amount of time you're gonna ask an actor to sit in that. And Alan Cummings, I think he said that this time around he was able to put on all of it faster than it was back in the day for those movies. So I hope that doesn't matter. But also, don't get an Alan Cummings type of actor who's higher profile. Get somebody who would happily sign, who doesn't have that much.
Keep getting these unnames. Like Julia Butters, I know she's been in things, but she's not like a household. I don't think you need to go for a household. Now, maybe I don't even think for Professor X you need to go for a household name.
I would. Just for him, though.
But they have thrived before on not, casting these big names and still done well.
I think you get the household name.
Would you cast a big name for Magneto?
I'd say, again, that's another one. Like for those two guys, actors who've been, because if you're acting and you're in your 60s and 70s, you probably are a name. People are going to recognize you. So it's hard to avoid that, right? But of course, when you're getting a 16-year-old like Kitty Pryde, it's going to be an unknown no matter what, or a small name no matter what. But I do think there is value in having top tier actors, just not as your main cast. Your main, like the lead of this movie will be Scott Summers and probably Jean Grey and Wolverine. We probably know those three. For them, unknowns for sure. Lock them up long term. Do what you got to do. For Professor X and Magneto, like spend a little bit of money on those guys. And who knows, maybe you're not even going to need them by the time you get to the third movie and the fourth movie. Let's go to this article you just sent me here from Game Rants. What we got? Who's this? They look Timothy Chalamet. He looks like Timothy Chalamet Jr.
That's him.
Actors who would make a perfect MCU Nightcrawler. The MCU is on the cusp of introducing X-Men in a real and meaningful way. It's unclear how exactly Marvel will be doing this, but the number hints sprinkled in both films of Disney series feel like audiences won't have to wait too long. Among the mutants, Nightcrawler happens to be a fan favorite. The actor to take on the role will be tasked with delivering a layered character performance. With it also being unclear what the age of the X-Men will be, that means there's a whole wide range of actors. So Austin Abrams might not be a name most people recognize.
Austin Abrams is from Euphoria. He did good in Euphoria. Unknown. I don't know if maybe as Nightcrawler. he wouldn't be my first choice.
Okay, wouldn't be your first choice. Here, I think my face is gonna freeze. I think I discovered what happens when I change my screen from StreamYard to another browser, another tab. I freeze. Is that correct? Am I frozen right now?
Yeah.
No, I am frozen, right? Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Jamie Campbell Bauer. And then we
No.
got
Jamie Campbell
No?
Bowers is too old. He's too old. He's too old.
Too old.
If this were the day, yeah. If these were his Twilight days, sure. No, he looked older from season 4 of season 4 of Stranger Things to season 5 as Vecna. No.
Number 6, Xolo Maridueña.
He's already Blue Beetle, but maybe.
Okay.
Jimmy Kimmel Bowers is damn near 40.
The reason I wouldn't do it is because there are so few roles for Hispanic actors out there that if you're playing Nightcrawler and you're painting your face blue and you're not really representing your race, but the studio gets to say, see, we did cast somebody of that ethnicity, I think that would be a waste of the finite spots that there are. So that's the primary reason. And of course, yeah, you played Blue Beetle, so one superhero per. Number 5, Jacob Tremblay. He was in Room with Brie Larson.
I could see it. I could see Jacob as Nightcrawler. He's gotten a lot older. He's gotten a lot tall. Obviously, he's graduated from high school now, so he's a young man now. He's gotten a lot taller. Yeah, I could see him as, and he fits that younger cast that they're going for. Jamie Campbell Bowers is damn near 40. He's 37.
Timothy Chalamet. Ask me about this.
See it.
Before Dune, sure. After Dune, way too big. Sonny Suljic.
I know that kid just from that picture. It's like from what movie was he in?
It says God of War Ragnarok.
I don't know him from that. I know him from something. I don't know the name of the movie, but I know that picture because that's one of the pictures from the movie. No.
And Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård.
Rami Malek.
Is the number 1? What the fuck?
Number 1.
No, he's too old as well. Too old, and I could not see him as Nightcrawler at all.
Pretty disgusting.
Mid-90s. Thank you. That is the name of the movie. Mid-90s. That's the kid at the Sullick, the movie he played in. Who's Aidan Gallagher?
I think Nightcrawler is someone you pull out the bag, not a starting roster. You could start with Nightcrawler.
I can see Aidan Gallagher as Nightcrawler. This is the kid that plays the Umbrella Academy, but that's not what I know him from. I know him from something else.
Okay.
You don't think Nightcrawler's a starter? You think he's a late entry?
He's not a no doubt starter. You got to have him on the team. He's not that. But if you did, I wouldn't be mad either because I like him and he's well liked. He stands out. He's the blue guy with the tail. Yeah, he's Nightcrawler.
Nicky, Dickie, and Don. That's what I know him from.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be young, so we'll see. We'll see what they're. I agree with the comment below. Just do the OG 5, but we have to be different. Bowers was definitely in Twilight. He's in the Volturi.
Yeah. Yes, he is. Let's do another.
He got his face ripped off by the blonde chicks in Alice's vision that she showed to I forget the lead Volturi guy's name. Don't do me on my Twilight. That was like a phenomenon. I was way into that shit.
The next super comes from NYC. $10 from NYC Playboy 78.
Very generous. Thank you.
We need Storm, the Weather Witch, and any news on Blade. You're in the right place if you want news on Blade, because I think the day that news happens, me and Darius hit each other up and say, live at 3. So yes, we would tell you if there was news on Blade. There's not news on Blade. Last we heard was Mahershala Ali on Jurassic World's red carpet. And he was like, I'll do it. I'm ready. Yeah. Like something like that. He was like, call Marvel. He was talking about how he wants to do it. And that's the most we've got ever. Like that was a year ago. That movie came out in July last year. And now it's April. No, there's reason to believe that they're going to do a Midnight Suns. But the first part is when you said we need Storm, the Weather Witch. What does he mean by that? The Weather Witch. He could have used other words.
This is a weather witch. She controls the weather, manipulates the weather.
If that's all you mean, fine. If you mean the sorcery stuff because you read the latest comics from her, where she like does a spell. If you mean that stuff, where she's down with Brother Voodoo.
I got Storm doing spells. Storm's doing spells in the comics.
Issue 7.
What spells is Storm conjuring?
I can't.
Well, I ain't read a comic. I ain't read a Marvel comic in a minute. That's crazy. They got Storm in there like Wanda, huh?
Yeah. Apparently, her family is like related to the Eye of Agamotto. I think it was. Or was it Thor? I thought it was Thor. Yeah. She's got like a mystic history in her background.
Oh,
and she's been,
shit.
Like, she dabbles. Yeah.
Where was it?
You got to read X-Men Red from Al Ewing for X-Men Red, and then you got to read Murewa Ayodele's most recent Storm volume, and those are the two places I would tell you to look.
All right. Marie Laveau.
I want Weather Witch. She's a mutant. She's like the hero of Africa. I'll make it rain. Like I want that Storm instead of kind of like we should be afraid of this woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they turn her into Marie Laveau. If she gonna be a witch, Marie Laveau is a real witch. Yeah, like Creole, all that Louisiana. Angela Bassett played her. Did a phenomenal job, of course, because it's Angela Bassett.
So there, she did play Storm, the Weather Witch. I'd rather see them start with Iceman Bobby Drake and tackle the new version of him. I bet when Iceman is fighting, they're going to play a Drake song underneath it. Does anyone know the status of Blue Beetle with DC Studios? Just that they said they're going to keep the actor.
And he's about to he has a role on One Piece. Now, I don't know anything about One Piece and the character he's playing, so I know that they did say they wanted this show on Netflix to go 10 to 12 seasons. James better hurry the fuck up.
Storm equals Calypso? Oh, Lord.
I thought that was Rihanna when I was growing up.
Goddess of Africa. I hate that word. God and goddess. If you're not talking about God, use another word. You see the next season of AHS is going back to Coven?
Yes. That's the best thing they could do. I haven't watched. See, I watched the first 3 seasons. I think the second season is so underrated. Fantastic season. The first season is great. Third season is bar none. They will never, ever touch that. Then when they did that 4th season, I was like, what are we doing? Then that 5th season, I was out. I ain't seen AHS. Now that they're bringing back, damn, why am I blanking on everybody's? Jessica Lange. that was another thing they could do, because when Jessica Lange left, that's when the show said, but they got her back. Bills must have been due too, because she said she was never coming back. So, yeah, no, this is gonna be a good season.
We are here today for this main Collider exclusive article, which I'm covering right now, where they say new X-Men movie officially hires creators of two of TV's greatest series to rewrite the script. Exclusive. Note, editor's note, Schreier referenced Joanna Kalo as a writer on Beef season 2. However, that is not accurate. She wrote on season 1, and Schreier, Lee, and Kalo worked together on Thunderbolts. Okay, I like that for them to get the news story straight. Let's not sit on this too long. That was just really cool for them to do that and get their stuff right. So 2025 was a big year for Marvel, which returned to form with 3 feature films after having only one, Deadpool Wolverine. The first Marvel movie to come was Brave New World, the first solo film for Mackie after inheriting the mantle. Blah 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 blah. Let's get to the good part here. We're still developing. One of the exciting things that's tying into Beef is that Sunny Lee, Sunny Jin, and Joanna Kalo both worked on this season. Obviously, I mean, Beef is Sunny's show, and Joanna worked on the season as well, as we worked together on season 1 of Beef on the Thunderbolts. They have come in and are working on a draft right now, which is really exciting to be able to put that group of people together again. They're working on a draft right now. Don't you mean we're improving on the first draft? That could still mean the case. That statement, they're working on a draft, it doesn't mean there's a prior draft, or it doesn't mean there's not a prior draft. It sounds like to me, though, since these guys are new people, that they're starting from scratch, and this is a first try. I think that we've got new writers with a new vision, with a new beginning, with a new all over again. And if that's the case, I commend Marvel for not sticking with a bad script, assuming it was a bad script. So this is encouraging news and not, oh my God, they got rid of somebody worrisome type news. We don't have a deadline on this movie. Getting it right is more important than getting it out fast. I give 2 thumbs up for this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're trying to get this film out by 28, right? So as long as, like you said, they're turning in good stories, and it's not the same shit that we've been dealing with in whatever phase we're in currently, then yeah, great.
Google says that
Okay.
Michael Leslie was hired in 2024 to do Marvel Studios' X-Men film. That was Michael Leslie's job. Okay. He's not there anymore, I guess. Or at least there are new people there writing it now. Not so bad. They need to start filming soon. And if you can write it, you can still write your script and get it done before that movie starts beginning its filming. We're fine. We're not up against it yet. This is an okay firing or hiring new people. This is okay. We're good.
Yeah. Can the Russos oversee? I thought the Russos were supposedly overseeing the mutant saga. Those were the 2 things they wanted more than anything. They've already gotten one of them. Secret Wars and the X-Men. It's what they talk about in almost every Marvel interview they do. Especially when when they get asked about that, like, yeah, that's what we really want to do. We really want to do the X-Men. We really want to do Secret Wars. They got Secret Wars, and according to reports, they're overseeing the mutant saga. Now, are they going to do mutant films? Probably. They're probably going to direct some, but we'll see. I wouldn't stray away from the Russos. I would make them permanent residents at Marvel Studios. If it ain't if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If they did a film every 3 years,
give them what they're asking for. Yeah, give them what they're asking for. Keep them in the loop. Keep them in the loop of, even projects they're not a part of. Hey, this is the ideas we've got. What do you guys think?
You can trust them.
Keep them in the loop. Yep. They have not given a bad Marvel film. You can rewatch Winter Soldier and it gets better.
So it reads, it's official, folks. Beef creator Lee Sung-jin and The Bear scribe and co-showrunner Joanna Kalo are writing Marvel's X-Men movie. Schreier also spoke about how much he loves Sonny's writing in Beef and what he admires about him, which is the ability to take small interpersonal dynamics and explode them into a much larger canvas. Do you watch Beef?
Never seen Beef.
I'll just take their word for it. And if I want X-Men to be done, take a small interpersonal dynamic, make it larger. If you can do that, well talented. Which is going to be a core part of writing a great X-Men movie. He also admits how happy he is to have Lee and Kalo on board, who are creators of two of the most interesting shows on television right now. I don't watch these shows, but do I hear about them during awards season? Yeah. Do they go on for multiple seasons? Both, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I've never seen it.
Good find, right? They're qualified.
Yeah, they're qualified. I mean, as writers, what do they know? Hopefully they do know something about Marvel and X-Men.
I'll read the next paragraph. He continued, when you go back and read X-Men, there's ideology, but also interpersonal drama, almost of a soap opera quality, having writers who understand both how to drive ideology from personal stakes, if we get that right, and that's what I will feel most honest to what X-Men can be. Thank you, Mr. Schreier.
Yeah, but what does that? But Mr. Schreier, does that say that you're like getting people in like, oh my God, thank you for this opportunity. I grew up on X-Men. I can tell you everything about X-Men. What story are we doing? I'll try to add whatever flavors I've got here. You got those people, or you got, hey, thanks for this job. I just got done writing on Beef. I've never done anything with Marvel, but I'm excited. Which people you got? Unknown. That's why I need to know. Oh, well, then we have a problem, Houston. We've got a problem. But we'll see. No, we're not going to jump the gun yet. We'll see who these people are, and hopefully they, like I said, know comics, know these characters.
That's all most. Will feel most honest to what X-Men can be. When it comes to the traditional Marvel secrecy, Schreier is keeping things as tight-lipped as you'd expect someone working on such a high-profile MCU project. We'll film in a little black box and never leave. But seriously, the studio has experience with this. We've talked about it, but I can't say anymore. Another good quote from you, Mr. Schreier. He never said anything. The only reason we knew he was attached to it was because Ryan Coogler said his name by accident in an interview when they were asking him about X-Men. He's like, you got to ask Jake Schreier. He made a joke like that to somebody. And I think that would be it here from this article. Let's go to the super that just rolled right in.
This will be everlasting love. This will be the one I've waited for.
This will be a $5 super from I Am Two Fly Cam. MCU doing Luke Cage, Jessica Jones power couples before Black Panther and Storm. LOL. I saw that. I don't know how y'all put up with this garbage. What do you mean? I don't pay for their movies anymore. What do you mean I put up with? I don't even watch Daredevil. I know what you referenced because I see things on Twitter. I don't care about Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and all that stuff. So, don't say y'all. He's talking about you, Darius. Take Darius. How do you put up with this, Darius?
I don't watch it. What? Daredevil? I haven't watched Daredevil. I watched that first episode. Haven't seen anything else though. But maybe that speaks to it because I haven't had a desire, and I also forget what days it even comes on. So, told you when it comes to anything MCU right now, I'm not interested unless it's Spider-Man. I'm interested in what Doomsday's doing in Secret Wars. Oh, and Vision Quest, just because I'm roped in from Wanda. But that's about it. The Punisher special, I'm sure it'll be great. You know, it'll probably be the violence that everybody's wanting. Bernthal will be the Punisher that, you know, he's wanted to be and all that. Am I anticipating or counting down? Like, no. Will I watch it? More than likely. Day one, probably not.
And lastly,
But,
he adds, Storm marrying anyone but T'Challa is crazy.
That's interesting. Yeah. We shall see. And I told you, Nate's gonna leave one last fart in the room before he completely leaves.
Nate Moore is watching this stream right now. He's saying, "What do they dislike, huh? Okay, they don't want us to cast that guy for Nightcrawler. Fine, let's call him up. Let's see what he wants and how much he's gonna be willing to accept this offer." And then they'll say, "Hey, Nate Moore, loser in Survivor. He wasn't even like top 10. Like this guy lost Survivor significantly.
Did he?
Yeah, he wasn't even top 10.
That's sad. I thought maybe he was doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think episode 7.
Well, he's probably going to take some of that when they're doing scenes for Black Panther 3. He's going to be like, you know, when I was out in the jungle.
Oh, no, you think that's the savage land? Let me tell you about it. Come here, Ryan. Take off your shoes. Let's really experience it.
Yeah, he want one of those. He's like, you know, I know this is just a movie, but I lived it. So
I just don't feel like you're in character. Letitia. Come on. I'm gonna vote you off the set. I'm
funny.
watching 2. Watching what 2? Perp says he's watching Daredevil season 2 is fire so far. Okay. Well, look, there's 2 people watching it. Perp is watching
like
it
I said,
as well as...
that first episode that I did watch was very different and a lot better than that first season. I liked it. Like I said, there were the connected things I liked. I liked that we brought up Val. I like not just brought her up. He was on the phone with her, you know, so it was great. It was great. You didn't hear. Now I'm not paying Julia to you know, hey, we need your voice for 10 seconds, but it was her he was talking to, you know, so.
Yo, I'm not mad at that. I know it's expensive to get an actor. I know all that stuff. But if you could just say that the 2 characters are interacted, I'm good. If you want to just read off an email off the screen and it has Val's name at the bottom of the email, I'm good with that too.
Yep. I appreciated that the first episode. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Now, preferably, of course, you would want to hear her voice. Maybe a voice actor can mock her voice, but preferably you want more closer interaction. But like, I understand how expensive people are, so yeah, that just works for me. Daredevil season 2 is way better than the first. Good. Maybe I'll get around to watching it.
Like I said, I'm gonna watch episode 5. I'm watching 5. Episode 5 is when Luke shows up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tune into that scene, of course. Invisible season 4 is fire also. The fight between Daredevil and Bullseye in season 3 of the Netflix series was incredible.
There's a scene going around of Bullseye. I guess, was it from last night's episode or what tonight's episode? What is it? I don't know when it comes on. I think it's Tuesdays. Some bar fight he had, I guess.
Ooh.
On Twitter.
Daredevil's an improvement so far. Really, Luke in episode 5? Yeah, Luke Cage.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
That was really all we had today, was to talk X-Men with you. I could stretch this a little bit longer and bring in Shadow Lords because I did watch that, which releases on Tuesday. and I thought it was cool. And I do have one theory about the casting and why they got that one officer. Was it something Lawson?
Captain Lawson.
Captain Lawson, Darth Maul Shadow Lords. I'm trying to find his name, but I looked at his age. Do you see that there? If you look at the guy's name, Wagner Morrow is playing Brander Lawson. He's a 49-year-old person. That character is not 49 years old, but around the time of Mandalorian Grogu, he'll be 49 years old. I think that casting is one of the ones like Bo-Katan, where they're going to make that person the live action.
Maybe.
Unless he dies at the end of the season. But I think Officer Lawson carries over until Mandalorian and Grogu, their era.
Maybe. I don't know what role would he play though.
He could have gotten a promotion. Yeah, he could play anything really.
Yeah, I've loved it. It's been great. It's been great. I love the Zabrak brothers. I love it all. It's just great.
Sam Witwer doesn't talk much.
No, Maul's taking a back seat in those first 2 episodes to those other characters.
He tells the Twi'lek girl, not Talon, but whatever her name is. He tells the Twi'lek, "Why don't you leave? You can escape. Yeah, go for sure." And she does. And now I'm wondering, with the way that the last episode ended, spoiler alert, does she go, "I'm free, I'm going to run away," or does she go, he's not so bad. He wasn't really keeping me in captivity after all, was he? He inspires me to use power. And then she become a bad guy. And I think she becomes a bad guy. It's about freaking time, because Rey didn't go to the dark side, or Ezra didn't lean to the dark side, or Luke. We need someone to go to the dark side.
Luke did lean.
He wore black.
That's not what I mean. Luke leaned though. Luke could. There's a lot that Luke could have easily gone to the dark side. But yeah, Luke leaned. Rey, who gives a fuck? Yeah, this is George's story. This is what he wanted. They're doing Talon. The writers and creators have said they've seen all the Talon talk and they think it's interesting. Blah blah blah. They said we'll see where she goes, and we all know she's Talon. So yeah, she's gonna be great. I think the whole thing with him letting her go is, one, trust me, I'm letting you leave. 2, you have the power to escape. I'm not stopping you. Like he said, you have the power, Jedi. Open the door. Or leave. And then when they're going to cross blades, her and Maul will cross blades as well as her master and Maul crossing blades. Now, will Maul kill him? I'm not sure. Maybe.
He'll probably die.
Yeah, Maul will likely kill him. But this is the same thing. It's the same tactics he used with Ezra. It's the same tactics he uses with Savage and everything else. He's gaining her trust. He's being patient with her, and he's talking to her. And I love the dialogue that he has said to her so far. You've been indoctrinated since you were young, and that's true. You've been told that this is the way of life, and this is this and that. And as he told her, your way of thinking is behind the times. Same thing he told Ahsoka. There's no more, like, you're looking at me. He also told her, you're looking at me as if I'm the bad guy here, and I'm like that. He might be the bad guy, but there's worse guys, and it's not as this is not during the days of the Republic anymore. It's not as easy as good and evil. There's definitely other through lines here, so you have to pick a side of what you're on. And Maul is like, hey, I'm not got to bullshit with you. This is not the Republic days no more. This ain't just, oh, you're Darth Maul and I'm Darth Maul and you're a Jedi. Nah, sister, this is a completely different era. You better pick what
He didn't
side
say
you're
that.
gonna
Why are
be
you
on.
adding so many words to what he said in the show? He did not really break it down as deep
But
as you put it.
that's what he meant by that. You're looking at the surface level. That's what Maul was saying at that. He's saying it's over. There's no Jedi anymore. He did say you're looking at me as the bad guy, and I'm not the bad guy.
Okay, well, Devon Izara, Darth Talon, whatever her name is, she'll believe him. But if he does kill her master, her master will die. I accept that. I can see that happening. And maybe since the good guys kill the master, maybe that'll turn her dark. Her master will die. But if he kills the master, and she better not join him, I would have a problem with that writing.
What?
Maul killed the master.
So that's the thing too. I think you're thinking is behind the times. If this were the days of the Republic, I could probably give you that. There's no Jedi Order. She's begging for food. She's hiding in the shadows. If Maul has something better to offer her in a galaxy where she's currently being hunted, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna take your hand and go with you.
Nah, bro, you got
What?
horns
I'm
on your
being
head.
hunted.
When my master
It doesn't
tried to
matter.
save me, you shot up at that bridge so that the master would be distracted. He's not the good guy. She sees it.
Are you all special? Is there like a let's pull up the scene. I'm gonna pull it up, and that's fine if I get struck here. We're gonna pull up that scene so we can
strike me down
listen,
and be more powerful
listen
than either
to
of
what
us.
he said there. Listen to
You may
what
strike
he said
my
there.
scream, but you'll not strike me, Arthur.
Actually, let's go here first. Let's go
Being
here
a
first. 'Cause
Jedi seems
it mirrors this. So let's start here.
if you share this screen to a Disney Plus, let's like use a smaller screen on it. You still use closed captions.
It's not Disney Plus.
Okay. Chill thinks having horns makes you evil. So biased. What am I thinking? Well, look at the example I gave you. When the car chase was happening, Jedi Master was there, and instead of allowing Jedi Master to get his Padawan, Maul was like, "No, let me distract and let me make it so that I can escape with you."
Yeah, let's start here. I think you're just again, you're just watching Star Wars, and that's fine. Some of the things he said to Ahsoka are some of the same things that he said to Talon. That's what I'm calling her. Say it again.
I said to put on closed captions so we can read it. Uh-huh.
Sorry. Let's right here. Sorry.
I left volunteer.
I'm gonna pause real quick. Sorry. Okay. She said, I left voluntarily. Then he goes on to say, yes, but you were motivated to leave by the Jedi's hypocrisy, were you not?
Okay, that's a special circumstance for her.
Yes, but it mirrors exactly what he was saying to Talon. Let's keep watching. Now, this is the part here. Again, Ahsoka's thinking, okay, yeah, I'm about to take you to the Jedi Council. Whatever you're saying, it doesn't matter, bro. And he's trying to get her to understand justice. There is no justice, no law, no order, because the times that you're living in, they no longer exist. The laws that we used to live under, they no longer exist. The republic that you love so much, it no longer exists. That's the same thing he was telling Talon. You're looking at me as if I'm the bad guy. I'm going to pull up the scene, though, so you can just see it for yourself. You're looking at me as if I'm the bad guy. I'm not. The laws and good and evil, me being Darth Maul, quote unquote, that doesn't exist anymore. This struggle between the Sith and the Jedi, that struggle's not even real anymore. You lost. So you have to take up a new way of life. Sorry, is that not what is being said here? But let's keep watching.
I'm here to bring you to justice as the construct.
You see, Arthur, bro, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm not saying that this scene is from Maul. I understand these are two different scenes, but Maul's tactics are the same. He did this to Ahsoka. He did it to Ezra. He's doing it currently to Talon. Jesus. Are you always entering conversations where you are not knowledgeable? You're not winning this.
Darth Sidious is behind it. He's behind everything in the shadows. Always, but soon, very soon, he will reveal himself.
Thank you. I have another star. Now, I can go to D Stizzle on this because D Stizzle and I are both huge Star Wars heads. He knows his Star Wars. Different wording, same intentions, same all. You're watching Star Wars on the surface level. That's fine. Have fun doing that. It's deeper than that. What Maul is saying is he's just telling the girl it's over.
With your help, the Jedi can stop him before it's too late. Too late for what the Republic, for what it already has. And you just can't see it. There's no justice, no law, no order, except for the one that will replace it. The time of the Jedi has passed. They cannot defeat Sidious. Music.
But together you and I can, is what he says. But together you and I can. Now, that whole thing, there is no justice, no law, no order. The time of the Jedi has passed. They cannot defeat Sidious. What is one thing that Maul said he's after and that we found out in episode 1 of the Maul Shadow Lords? He wants revenge on who? Come on, we watched. We're challenging me. Come on, Arthur. That's for you. He's after who? He said Sidious. I'm after Sidious. I want revenge on all of my enemies. But the main one he said was Sidious. So if he's trying to get to Sidious, he knows he's trying to get a new apprentice. What did he tell Rook Cast? She's going to help us take down and accomplish my plans. One of those plans is Sidious. So the language here, let's go to the scene of him talking to her in the prison. The language here is the exact same thing that he is telling Ahsoka. You're looking at this the wrong way. There is no Jedi Order. What is her name? What is the girl's name in the show?
Devin Inkara? I had it here. I had it. Devon Izara.
Now let's pull this one up. I actually might have to go to Disney Plus for that.
Or maybe on Twitter. Real Star Wars heads know the kid will kill her master herself by the end of the season. Poetry? You know what, Battery? You know what? I can see that.
Actually, Ahsoka was never Maul's target. He was trying to draw out Anakin. Oh my God.
Maybe you should just ignore Arthur's and until he super chats. You just need to ignore what he has to say because it seems like he lights you up.
He does because it's ignorance, and it's like I hate when people talk on shit that they're not that's one of my pet peeves. I hate when people talk on shit they're not knowledgeable in because you just look stupid as fuck. Yes, he was trying to draw Anakin to Mandalore at first. But when Anakin did not show up and he saw he had Ahsoka, he realized, wait a minute, this might be better. You were cast out by the Jedi just like I was cast out by. We were both tools for a greater purpose. Were you not listening to the fucking speech he just gave her? Holy shit.
I was gonna say,
Like,
right?
bro, it's fucking frustrating that you are so ignorant. And I don't care if you unsubscribe to me. You're ignorant as fuck when it comes to certain conversations. And this is one of them. Holy hell.
I'm about to say, like, yeah, this guy's ignorant and everything, or blah, blah, blah. I get messages all the time from like a Kevin Davis type, and I would ignore it. And then Kevin Davis writes something in the chat, which is kind of funny that he wrote something in the chat. Look, I just ignored it. I didn't even read it. I promise you, I didn't read it on the side. Well, I just saw the name Kevin Davis. I didn't read it. I don't care. It's Kevin Davis. Like, it's irrelevant to me. He's probably saying some stupid. Like, that's where I am with him. You should get there.
Yeah,
with
but
Arthur.
Maul literally just said on the screen and literally just said, oh, okay, I see. We were both tools for a greater palace. You were actually, he didn't say you're much more valuable to me, but he alluded to that. I'm sorry that fucking Arthur's so goddamn dense. He didn't realize that. Shit. Holy
Arthur's
hell.
kicking back right now. Arthur's driving right now, and he's like, and then at every red light, he'll write another thing, and then he's having the time of his life on your behalf, Darius.
Jesus Christ. It's just ignorant. God. Yeah, he found commonality in her, but once he saw that commonality, he realized this is a much better opportunity. You and I together can destroy Sidious. That's literally what he said to her.
Hey, it says drop Arthur the link and get him in here. You want that?
Yeah, sure. If Arthur's brave enough to come on stage, do that.
Dun dun. Arthur, you want it? Yes, bring Arthur on. Oh my God, bring on Arthur. And Arthur's gonna have to explain his 725 million.
I'm
box
not
office
discussing
prediction.
Michael. That's
No?
not why he's
Okay.
coming on. If he's
Okay,
I'm not
Michael's off
discussing
the
Michael.
table.
I'm not discussing Michael with Arthur until Michael crosses that $1 billion. You want to come on today? Let's discuss your ignorance on Maul. We'll discuss your ignorance on Michael another day.
Hey Arthur, we asked you a question. You were quick with the chats the other time. Where are you now? You want to join it or not? Hey, good luck, Arthur. Battle Royale. No, I'll be quiet. It'll be a one-on-one. I won't say anything. Where is he? Does he
I
accept?
don't know. I'm pulling up that other scene so I can prove my fucking point.
He said, "Can I come on Monday?" Okay. Do you want to come on Monday? I mean,
I won't be
think that's
heated
weak.
about it on Monday.
Oh, he's at school now.
Well,
yeah, he is
that's
at
great.
school because he's just a little
Continue to learn.
17-year-old.
Continue to learn. That is great.
He's on lunch
Let me
break,
see.
just laughing his head off. I guess he's in the Pacific time zone. I guess if he's at school right now, it's 5:29 Eastern, or who knows where in the world he is. I don't even know. But all right, Monday it is, bro. Monday we'll go live probably 3:30ish, just like we did today, Eastern.
Hold on. Pulling up my damn site. Excuse me. That's gross.
Every day when
I
you're
apologize.
walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. They were talking about Arthur.
You're in San Diego. All right, here we go. Let's see. Was it the first episode? No, it's the second episode, I think, when he talked to her. Right? Second episode, right? Maybe it was the first. I don't know. Let me see.
We'll
There's
find
a
it.
kid there. Okay, so oh no, it's this episode. I think they've got her.
Yeah, they got her.
Hold on.
Hey, how cool is it that we're talking about something that happens in a show? We're not talking about rumors and speculation or anything else. Like, the topic of conversation is a character's motivation. That's lovely.
Right. Here we go. Right here. Ready? Now tell me. Same fucking conversation, just different wording.
You got anything else? I'm free for dinner.
Not that. This.
Okay.
Hold on.
How long are you gonna keep in here?
We're gonna keep pausing.
Yeah, right. We gotta do this and that and all that.
Yes, they are. D-Sizzle, top tier, top fucking tier. It is the highest rated Star Wars project that they've done. And it is top tier. It's top tier. This is, like they said, I've watched Angry Joe's. I've watched so many different reviews on this. Angry Joe said it the best too, though. He said, this is for, if you're not one of those deep Star Wars fans, you haven't been here, this is not for you. This is for those people that know what the fuck is going on.
How long can you keep me here? You may leave at any time you'd like. I want to leave now, but clearly that's not possible. Is that your point of view? And if I may be so bold, that greatly concerns me. He's speaking in riddles. He's saying that it greatly concerns me, which what we're supposed to read into that and say, because he wants her to be powerful, right?
Well, that is true, yeah, because, well, yeah, she can leave anytime she wants, but that's not what I'm talking about here. This is it.
I can show you a pathway to power that Jedi didn't teach you. I can handle myself. Oh, I have no doubt that you can, but times have changed.
Pause it there. Let it do what it does.
Yeah. Times have changed. I have no doubt you can handle yourself, but times have changed. He said times have changed, right? And what does that prove to Arthur? What does it mean for you to be a Jedi? Guardian of peace and justice in a time of lawlessness?
I don't know. This is sounding similar to what he was saying to Ahsoka. There is no justice, no law, no order. What does it mean to be a Jedi in a time of peace? And what does it mean to be a Jedi of guardian of peace and justice in a time of lawlessness? Let's keep going.
I still believe in those principles. If only there were more like you, perhaps things wouldn't be the way they are today. I heard the stories. I know what you are. Stop pretending like you care. Yep, that's what a good guy would say. You're operating under the premise that I am somehow the villain here, but it is not as simple as good and evil.
Okay. So, is this not the exact same thing? Is this not what we were talking? I was describing at the very beginning before Arthur came in and said, let's see, what did he say that started the entire thing?
I started the entire thing because I said he did not use that many words.
Yes, but and then I said the deeper, pay attention, know what he was meaning, blah blah blah. Then he said actually Ahsoka was never Maul's target. He was there trying to get actually yeah, that's what he said. You're not winning this, Darius. That clip is from a totally different. So anyway, there's the same thing. Maul's tactics are the same. If I needed to pull up a third option, I'm not going to, but I could. It's Ezra. Did the exact same thing to Ezra. Because Maul's tactics, he learned from his master, Sidious. Sidious's tactics never changed. He did it to Dooku. He did it to Vader. He did it to Luke. He did it to Luke's son or nephew. Come on.
We don't recognize what he did to the nephew.
Yeah. So anyway, it's rare that I'm wrong, Arthur.
We'll see on Monday.
But maybe one day you might get me. No, I said by Monday I'm not going to be as heated as I just was about talking about it. You should have came on now.
Oh, Monday.
If you had time to troll. If you had time to troll in school, you had time to get on that live in school. Oh my God! You didn't watch the show. You didn't watch the show. Right now, he is not focused on Obi-Wan. He's not focused on Obi-Wan at all right now. This is like a year after he was just captured by Palpatine. Palpatine just killed his fucking mother. He wants revenge for that shit. So I don't know. You're just watching the shows, you're reading the comics. How deep are you? Because that's comic right there. That's comic. That's canonical with what's going on. He said in the show, he never said anything about Obi-Wan in the show. He didn't say Obi or Wan in the show at all. He didn't say Ben Kenobi. He didn't say shit. He said Darth Sidious. This is not leading to Obi-Wan. We already know how that ends with him. He's not talking about no damn Obi-Wan. It's not about Obi-Wan. At this point, actually, let's get deeper. At this point, he doesn't even know Obi-Wan's alive. He thinks that all the Jedi got purged. He didn't learn until they merged the two holocrons, the Sith holocron, the Jedi holocron, and Rebels, that Obi-Wan lived. Because he ran out of the room muttering, he lives, he lives, he lives. Because he didn't even know. Arthur, sit down. Study in school.
Arthur, what are you taking in school, if you don't mind sharing? Astrology? Like,
thank you, D Stizzle. He thinks Kenobi is dead at this point. He found thank you, and was shocked. Thank you. Yes. He was shook as fuck when found. That's why he was so obsessed with finding Obi-Wan in Rebels.
right. Once he finds out Obi-Wan is alive, that is full
We're
drive.
not talking about Rebels. We're talking about this show. In this show, he is driven to get Palpatine. He doesn't know Obi-Wan is alive. This is literally a year after Order 66. He doesn't find out about Obi-Wan until 14 years after this. Like crazy. Bro, go back and watch the shit. You're arguing with me, but it's set. You can go watch it. He doesn't know Obi-Wan's alive. There was literally a Jedi purge that he thought was successful.
Oh, you're right on that, Darius. I concede.
Thank you. Now I concede. I love it when you concede. I like that. Thank you. Thank you.
I concede clearly now. The rain is gone. Well, over on the side, I saw something from the website Culture Crave, the Twitter, and wait, I just skipped it. It was regarding X-Men, where he says, well, director Jake Schreier says Marvel's discussing making multiple movies. First things first, we have to make one great movie. And I have no problem with that. Again, this is like a positive news day coming out of the X-Men office. We anticipate there's going to be 700 X-Men movies, right? And it'll be so successful, a TV show will spawn out of it, right? One at a time. I'm working on my first movie. Okay, good. You should. That's how you should do it. You know, you should do the first movie knowing that it doesn't come to a complete end where all the characters die, but I got no worries about that. I think they'll make an ending and they'll do a post-credit scene with where the second movie goes. Good job.
So what heroes are they doing within this mutant saga outside of the X-Men? I wonder. Because it's not just all X-Men, right? Obviously not. I mean, you're getting Black Panther in 2028. That's not X-Men.
Yeah, it's not all X-Men, but it should be. I want 3 X-Men movies in 3 years. X-Men, X-Force, and then X-Men 2. That's what I want. I'm not going to get it, but I want it. And then you'll get the Fantastic Four movie that will come, the sequel. And we'll get, you said Black Panther? So maybe Doctor Strange just do a movie also. And a Spider-Man. They'll do a Spider-Man somewhere in there.
I wonder if mutants are always going to be a part of the films, even outside of their own.
That's kind of worrisome. A TV show might be the way to do it at the school. Calling all mutants, come to the school. And we get a whole TV show out of that. Mm-hmm. Let's go to a super duper super chat. You like that? The X-Men. You see Offset get popped in the butt? Gamble debt. How did Takeoff die again? It was from they were gambling and one thing led to another, right? And Offset also had a situation.
Yeah, I did see that with Offset. I saw it. Well, I heard it on the radio this morning. Israel and U.S. just struck Iran.
Well, I can wait for Offset. He got shot in the butt. Okay.
Hmm.
I just got shot. I need a hospital smoke break.
He was also just on somebody's video, not wanting to give them an autograph. Some dude at a casino was like, "Buddy, you're not even that famous."
He is that famous
To refuse an autograph? I don't think anybody's that famous to refuse an autograph.
Explain this again. Someone goes to a famous person. He says, "Can I get an autograph from you?" The famous guy is
or a
allowed
picture.
to say, "I refuse." Yeah.
Yeah. I think that you're definitely allowed to say so, but I think that's I just don't think you should. These are the people that helped you get where you are. Without these people, you'd be one of us, regular, smegular, everyday 9 to 5 person. So yeah, I think it's just like when I hate it when these NBA stars are going back to the back and you've got little kids and you're not stopping. That's just sign an autograph. Sign the fucking autograph.
We differ. I would say there are avenues for autograph signings, and outside the arena, at the airport, or wherever you meet Offset.
But there's not always an avenue for a fan to get to that person. I may not always have the avenue to get to you. Maybe that's the only in that arena right there. Maybe how do you know that the kids were going to be able to get to him outside of the arena at the time? I've only seen Steph in person once. And that's because I waited there for that man.
Okay, don't make it personal with you and your experience with Steph, and just look at it from a perspective of entitlement. No human being who's a fan of somebody is entitled. When I paid that money for that product that you give, I paid for the product, I enjoyed it, and that's where the relationship ends. There's no entitlement to an autograph or photo.
I don't think there's entitlement to an autograph, but I also think too, you should think if somebody's just coming up to you and asking you for an autograph, what is that taking out of your day? What is that doing? It's a fan that adores you, somebody that really likes you, and they're asking for an autograph or a picture. What is that doing?
It just takes the time away from where you were going. It takes time away.
Wow.
The little bit of time.
And then what happens when they start taking, going different ways, or if I didn't have time to get your album, or I didn't have time to do this, or I didn't have time to download your latest, whatever. So I don't know. I just think that they, as a person in a certain position, I'm not saying you always have to, but it should definitely be something that is, if somebody's holding out a pen and pad, hey, yeah, I got you real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Let's keep moving. What was another artist that said that they make sure that they do that? Who said that?
I commend whoever it was who said that for taking the time out.
Yeah.
What'd you say about Iran? Because I remember when I woke up today, I saw at 8:10 a.m. Trump tweeted on the thing he tweets on. He goes, what he said something wild. He said something like, "We're gonna get rid of a civilization," and I'm like, "No, this is like harsh, right?" So they attacked the power plants. What did they do?
It was the aluminum facility, as Pope Leo condemns Trump, and Pope Leo has now entered the chat. Yeah, I mean, well, it's he's talking about bombing an entire civilization. So,
and then they said, if you go after our natural resources, Iran said, we'll just go after the water desalination. If that's how you say it, when you take salt out of water, I think it's called desalination. We'll take care of that, and then, boom, human beings need water to drink, so that's not going to be good. So just let's keep the natural resources out of this fight, and hopefully nothing goes crazy. But the guy in charge is crazy. I'm talking about Trump, not Netanyahu.
Yeah. Did you see? Oh, well, that too. I guess not too long ago. Hold on, let me see. Who is that? the drama with Gino and Don.
Oh, the basketball coaches, right. Yeah, it seems like in the pregame, he's mad because she didn't handshake in the pregame, and then when the game was over and they lost by a lot, instead of like congratulations this and that, he was like, "Yo, you're playing with me earlier, like you delayed us," and she's like, "What? I didn't do that. What?" And so they're really fighting over a pregame handshake, and I think that's something that you talk about, and then you get over it. I hope that it's not something that is major. No one's talking about each other's parents or swearing people up and down. I feel like it's just like a good basketball beef, a good one, not a bad one. What do you think?
I don't think he was upset that she didn't shake his hand at the beginning of the game, because had he won, he wouldn't have given a flying fuck about that. He was upset. Gino is not just a college coach that was run to remember. Gino's one of the greatest college coaches of all time. Gino will go down as one of the greatest coaches of all time. He is not a one-time, a two-time, or just a three-time champion when it comes to college basketball. Gino, I used to study Gino. Like one of my favorite clips from Gino was when he said, "I don't care if we got a McDonald's. I don't care how many McDonald's All-Americans I have on my team. When I play back the footage of the game and I see you with an attitude at the end of my bench and you're not participating with the team, you will not start on my team." And I'm like, bro, yes. Love that, because I'm holding my McDonald's All-Americans just as accountable as I'm holding the least of my players. So if you want to have an attitude on my bench, you won't touch my fucking court. And I love that. I've always loved his style of coaching. I love just everything about Gino. So he was upset that his pride was hurt. He probably wasn't expecting to lose like that. That was a belt to ass whooping too. So he probably wasn't expecting that. And at the end of the game, he was already upset with his players, upset with that he was losing. So now I'm going to bring up some shit that really didn't upset me, but yeah. So nah, his pride was hurt more than anything. Yes, Gino and Pat used to go at it, bro. That used to be. Now you want to talk about cinema? That was cinema. Gino and Pat Summitt. Oh my God, Pat Summitt is also one of the greatest. One of the greatest. Rest in peace to Pat. She passed, but one of the greatest. Yeah, that was cinema. They were enemies for real. But Dawn Stanley, she's also she's going to go down as one of the greats too. I don't think she should have issued a whole thing about Gino, but okay.
Can you say Coach's K's name?
Isn't it Crescent? What is it?
No, I thought it was Krzyzewski.
No, can't say it.
He might be the best to ever do it because he got to do the the national USA team, and that's rare.
Yeah, Coach K. Yeah, on the boys' sides of things, yeah, Coach K is Coach K. You got Coach K. You got Calipari. You've got
Dean Smith.
What's his name? Pitino, Rick Pitino. Coach Pitino got expelled to where he couldn't. I think it was bets or gambling or something, or illegal recruiting or something. I don't remember what it was, but Pitino's still one of the greats. He's also, but he's back, and his teams are still just as good as they were when he left. What's bald-headed dude used to coach for Texas? Light skin. He's pretty good too. I think his last name started with an S, I think.
I like Patrick Ewing. Who taught you to shoot that shot? Do you practice that shot? Pitino was buying hookers. Oh, really?
Oh, I knew it was something with the recruiters. Like, yeah, so it was
Samson. Was that
yeah,
Allen Iverson's
Samson.
coach?
Samson was pretty good. Ooh, Izzo. You're right. Izzo's a good one. Michigan. Izzo had a great quote too. Izzo was at a gym. So he was at a not our age. He was at an AU gym, and he was talking about how he was there to watch kids. And he said he walks in, it's like 8:00 in the morning game, and you got 12 different courts. And he said he walks down. walks in the first courts, a bunch of guys, a lot of these kids, when they see these coaches come in, they'll try to, of course, just play your game. I always tell my kids, just play your fucking game. They already know you can put the ball in the hole. That's not what they're here for. Every kid in this gym can put the ball in the hole. They're not here for that. So he's like, I'm looking here, I'm watching this, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I wasn't impressed. So I go down here the next court, I'm not impressed. He said, it takes me 8 courts. He said, I get to the 8th court. He said, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. He said, there's a kid full court pressing by himself. He's like, he's getting steals. He's on the ground. He's da-da-da. He said, I talked to my recruiter. I said, I want him immediately. I used to tell my kids all the time, bro, when these fucking college coaches or recruiters come to games, they are not looking at you guys to see how many points you stack in the stat book. They don't care about that. Every kid here can put points in the book. You're not special because you can do that. What else is in your bag? Can you get on the ground for the ball? Are you taking charges? Are you a team player? Are you loud? Are you talking? So many different things. They're not looking at you to be like, oh, good. He can score a layup. Like, they're not looking at that, bro. So these college coaches they're looking at a lot of different, like in Izzo, when he said that, I used to show my kids that all the time. Like, bro, look at this. Watch this shit. Some great stuff. And I'm kind of, sort of, sometimes miss AU. Sometimes.
Doesn't seem so bad, LOL. I just saw something on Twitter that's related to like the superhero shit we do, and it comes out of Tina. So she says full video link here, but apparently there's a Deadpool involved in a dance lawsuit. So I am reacting to this fresh, and we will watch Tina's video after the stream. Last thing to talk about today.
If you saw Deadpool and Wolverine, Deadpool opens the movie up dancing to the NSYNC song Bye Bye Bye. Okay? Deadpool is getting his groove on. Now, here's where it becomes a problem. Darren, the creator of the moves in this Bye Bye Bye, video, which was a huge video back in the day. If you was growing up back in the day, Darren said, hey man, y'all are using these dance moves, and I was a major part of the creation of this, so I let it slide when y'all did the dance moves in the movie. I ain't really say nothing. I didn't even really say nothing. But now I'm finding out that you're getting ready to put Deadpool in Fortnite doing this dance as well. Oh, now we got some problems. Now we got some big problems. Darren is upset. Darren is mad because he feels like, hey, I let it go for the movies. Now they doing it in Fortnite, and y'all are charging people for this, and I am not getting paid for my intellectual property. He's upset. He's pissed off.
Wasn't there, and we can put a link to her video right here. Wasn't there like a lawsuit for all the, like earlier for all the Deadpool, all the dances in Fortnite? Wasn't there already a lawsuit like that? And I wonder how that went.
So he came out, he created the dance for Backstreet Boys.
Choreographed the NSYNC dance. And so he feels
NSYNC.
He's entitled to any sort of, you're putting the dance in the Fortnite, I deserve to get paid for that.
I agree.
There was already a major, I don't know if I agree, because let me one at a time. All right, I'll tell you what you just said. You said I agree. Okay. When you work for hire, like you did something, you created something, and the owners of the thing you created is Universal Music or whoever did the music video or NSYNC. Thank you for what you did. You created this thing, but the agreements usually when it's work for hire, like comic book artists and writers, you said you would do this for Marvel. Now Marvel owns the right to do whatever they want. They want to put it on a T-shirt. They want to put it in a game. They can do it. And so applying that logic, and it's different. These are totally different fields, so there may be different rules. Applying that logic, I would think the same thing. You choreographed a dance for a music video, but the owners of the music video will now take that and do whatever they want to do with it. So I don't know if he may be the right guy to be suing. I think it's more so who he worked for, who has ownership of the Bye 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 dance. You're typing away at something?
Yeah, because he has rights to the dance. Yes, choreographer Darren Henson claims he holds the legal rights to the NSYNC Bye 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 dance routine and is actively suing Sony and Music Entertainment Licensing without his consent. Filmed in March 2026, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, if he choreographed the dance for NSYNC and he holds licenses to that dance or legal rights to that dance.
That's where I would say now if he's what he's saying is true, he owns the rights. All right, he's the right guy to do it then. If he's got rights to a dance, then and they definitely took that. You know how sometimes some people say like remember who they sued Ed Sheeran because his song sounded, what song was it? Shape of You. They sued him for Shape of You because it sounded like, I think it was Luther Vandross's Family, I think, right? Maybe it wasn't. It was like
I know Robin Thicke got sued for something like that.
Hey, for that song. Okay. When you do like 3-4 notes, whatever. This was a whole full-on choreographed dance to the very song the dance was for. So there's no gray area here. If he owns the license, like he's Marvin Gaye, thank you, Battery. If you own the rights, then you own the rights. And Fortnite might have to pay up.
Yeah, I mean, if he owns the rights, definitely. I mean, but if he does not own the rights legally in a court of law, it wouldn't stand, obviously, because it's no different than, I'd hate to use this as an example, but I just watched this movie a few days ago. It's just like in Coco. His papa was the one writing all the songs for the dude or whatever, but the dude never gave him credit for it. He never wrote his name down, so they all thought that he was the one singing and wrote all those hits and blah blah blah, and he couldn't do anything about it because it was like, well, you know, you didn't sign on the songs or anything like that, blah 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 blah. So yeah, it's a kind of same instant.
It's just like Jeff Jarrett and Jesse James with My Baby Tonight. You get that reference, don't you? 1996 WWF?
No. No.
Who represents him? So I don't care who represents him. He says he owns the rights to the song, and he kept his mouth shut of rights to the dance, and he kept his mouth shut for the movie. You know what, bro? He even has like the will, the goodwill of fans. Like if you really allowed that movie to happen, you didn't say anything. Oh, how cool, they're honoring my dance, whatever. But then when it goes on Fortnite, then you can see them monetizing it, and that's when you decided to speak up. So much goodwill, because like you actually did allow it the first time. I never heard a peep until right now when I was scrolling and I saw Tina's video, and her link is inside the chat right now if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah.
It was the whole dance. It was the whole verse of the song. It was the NSYNC dance he choreographed. Yes. Abundance. Longtime wrestling fan.
Yeah, I have no idea.
No, you didn't spend your days working hard on the goal, but the hands on the clock keep spinning too slow?
No. Not a wrestling kid.
Did you see Little Yachty at all with Trick Williams?
No.
Oh, it was so good.
Is this more wrestling?
Yeah. Yachty was
Hey,
he
brother,
was in the ring.
I've not seen anything wrestling. You could tell me Steph did something wrestling and I'd be like, really? I'm shocked. Never seen it. I've never seen anything, not willingly, anything wrestling. Like I said, my cousins when I was growing up used to have all that stuff and used to put it on. So I know who The Rock and like The Undertaker and stuff like that are, but willingly did I turn? No.
You missed Jalen Brunson on SmackDown.
Yeah, nah.
They added Jalen Brunson to the video game. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got no clue. One day I'll make you care about Lil Yachty and Trick Williams and what he's got going on. One day.
I won't. Wrestling does not appeal to me. I know it's not real. I know it's theatrical, and some people love that stuff, and that's cool. But it doesn't appeal to me.
Yachty whack. Did you see Jade Cargill on Joe Budden's podcast? Did you see that?
No.
I know you saw Steph come back and miss the game winner. Steph's just not that clutch.
Expelliarmus, first of all. Yes, he is. He is clutch. The thing is, it doesn't matter what Stephen Curry does. He can go in there and have a 40-point game this game, a 40-point game. It doesn't matter. They are
That's
still
wrestling.
playing for the 10. They're on the 10 seed buy-in right now. So they they are not the Warriors of old. They suck. Everyone is injured. Nah. They're awful. They're hard to watch. It's not fun. Pods is getting booed in his own arena, which I don't know why he's still here. But it's just, no. I'm just here for Steph. That's it. I'm just here for Steph. Is when he leaves, I'm out.
Me and Marcus will get you to watch something. I think Trick Williams will be the guy.
No.
I hope he will be. You didn't even got to watch a match. You just got to watch him speak disrespectfully, and you'll say, that was a funny joke he just made. That was good."
Yeah, they're too old. They are old. They are not. It's over. It's over. It is. It's the hopes of any, and I know they can't come in. Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they come in every other season like this is the season, but they can't think that. I mean, it's over. It's over. It's sad. Dynasty. And you know what? I will always blame it on Dre. It's Dre's fault. It's Draymond's fault.
Forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody want to talk. They got something to say, but nothing comes out when Steph missed. Just another Klay Thompson. Just forgot about Dre. Did I just come on you watching wrestling? Yes, you did. You got us watching some Lil Yachty and Trick Williams. Corny? You think he's corny for making fun of the ginger? Okay, listen. Look, they're gonna make fun of a guy with red hair. Listen. That I was smiling ear to ear for that when I saw that. We're probably taken off right now and strucken, but that's just entertaining. That shit
what's going on.
Entertaining.
No idea what is going on. I heard it. My screen was on something else, but I did hear it. I didn't find it. I don't know. I don't get it. But hey, yay, wrestling! And I guess,
we got him, guys.
Lil Boat was there. Yay! That's a Marcus thing. You got to have Marcus here for that one, for people, you guys to enjoy that. What the fuck? Okay. Was there anything else anybody was saying?
Unless Trump did something, no, I think we're good. At least we talked, and it wasn't a dull show. It was actually.
I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a dull show. So there's no news. No news at all.
He said it couldn't be me. I unapologetically love the cape shit, but wrestling is beneath me. No flavor whatsoever. I saw a lot of flavor there. Yeah, what'd you say? X-Men 97, huh?
I don't know. It went away when I refreshed on accident. There's a reboot film. Oh, this is the dude on writing the X-Men reboot film. He said, I had such fond memories of me and my dad Saturday morning, every morning waking up. We'd watch every single episode. Okay, he read the comic, read the comics, and was a huge Gambit fan growing up. So the love is very strong.
Okay.
All right, cool. Cool. He knows his shit. Yeah, outside of that, I didn't see anything else. That was it.
We'll see you next time on Afternoon Woke Up.
That's tomorrow. Should be. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday is Pantheon. Friday, we're still here. Jill and I. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Pal and a confidant.
This is my part right here. Ooh, oh. If I did everyone, the biggest gift, the biggest. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.